A very warm welcome to all our viewers and listeners as we are here with the 47th episode of Meet My Gems series, which is the most favorite one in our channel, where the eminent legal personals interact with the students of law. Meet My Gems is the brainchild of Dr. Prem Kumar Agarwal. Dr. Agarwal, throughout this entire motivational and inspirational session, brings some scholars and experts who, through their hard work and dedication, get a position for themselves in the field of legal services. Sir himself was an aspirant of Judicial Service Examination in the year of 1999, and he secured a top rank in that examination. But he chose the noble profession of teaching, and as a result, he resigned from the job as a judicial officer, just in order to motivate and inspire the future generations and the budding law students. Currently, he is the officer in charge of Government Center of Legal Education, erstwhile Law Section, Hooghly Mohsin College. Formerly, he also served as the founding faculty of NUJ's Kolkata. He is also the editor-in-chief of the Global Journal of Juridical Sciences. He is also the visiting faculty of National Judicial Academy of Honorable Supreme Court, State Judicial Academy of Honorable High Court, Calcutta, and the Administrative Academy as well as Police Academy. Dr. Agarwal is one of the best teachers the legal field could ever have. And it is my absolute privilege that I got an opportunity to learn from him. Now, sir, I would like to request you to enlighten us about the objectives and the importance of these kinds of important and inspirational and motivational sessions. Sir.
Thank you, Sinjini. Welcome, honored one, to this session of Meet My Gems. It is always a joy to welcome people in Meet My Gems series, where we try to showcase a success story to inspire budding aspirants of law in different competitive examinations. Anirban has secured a top rank in Tripura Judicial Service, and Sinjini is an aspirant of Judicial Service, and there are thousands of others who will be watching this episode to get inspired by the success story of Anirban. Sinjini, now you may proceed.
Sir, with your due permission, now I would like to continue with the episode. Most welcome to you, Anirban sir, and a heartfelt congratulations for your well-deserved success. Now,
First
sir.
of all, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Sinjini, for conducting this interview. Yes, you can proceed now.
Now, sir, my first question to you is, did you have any legal background in your family, or are you the first generation lawyer in your family? And what motivated you the most to come to this field of law and to pursue this job?
Yes, firstly, my father is a retired judicial officer, so most of my inspiration comes from there. As Justice Verma once said, the task of rendering judgment is like a divine function. So I have seen that from my childhood days. So it's a post which carries with it a lot of dignity. Secondly, I have always been a fan of mystery novels. So being a judge, you are presented with different stories regarding a crime or an incident from the prosecution, from the defense counsel. Sometimes the same facts are given different colors by the different parties. So if you have seen the movie Rashomon, it is also known as the Rashomon effect. So basically you get to hear different stories and then you apply your mind regarding which version of the story is correct. And that's what I find pretty interesting. It's also one of the reasons why I like solving more problem-based questions rather than descriptive ones in the examinations.
Thank you, sir. Now, my next question is, please tell us about your journey, and was this your first attempt in the judicial examination?
Yes, so after I completed my 5 years LLB from Department of Law, Calcutta University, I appeared for CLAT PG and secured third rank in West Bengal. Then I opted for NUJ's Kolkata as I liked criminal law and it had NUJ's as a great criminology department. While I was studying there, I had a major health problem, so I couldn't appear for the exams and couldn't complete the degree then. So after considerable period of time of being in the hospital, I was finally discharged, and this was all possible thanks to my parents, my sir, my teachers, friends, and all those who helped me during that time. So after I returned to my normal life, I decided to appear for Tripura Judiciary and eventually got selected there.
Sir, you are the resident of West Bengal. Then why did you opt for Tripura Judicial Service? Can you please give us some connotations for that?
Tripura Judicial Service was my first attempt, and at that time I had no option as my LLM career had already suffered a setback. Also, in Tripura and West Bengal are culturally quite similar, and the syllabus is also quite similar. For example, Bengali is there as a vernacular language, and you can Bengali is compulsory there as a compulsory paper. So I don't think there is any problem if WBJS aspirant appears for Tripura Judicial.
Sir, will you next please tell our viewers about the Tripura Judicial Service Examination, which authority conducts it, the examination, and what is the pattern of the examination, total number of papers, and total marks division. Then about the syllabus, that is which subjects the aspirants need to prepare minutely for TJS, and whether TJS is similar or dissimilar to WBJS, and how to prepare for Tripura Judicial Service. Is there any previous year question papers available in any website or book, and how to procure them? Please explain, sir.
As far as my knowledge is concerned, there are two authorities that conduct the exams, the Honorable High Court and the PSC. I appeared for the exam conducted by the Honorable High Court, so I can talk about that. There are 5 papers, English, Bengali, GK, and 2 law papers, Law Paper 1 and Law Paper 2. All are of 100 marks, and for prelims, you need to get at least 60, and for mains, overall, you need to get, in aggregate, you need to get at least 60%. Also, there is no attempt limit in Tripura, and there is no negative marking in prelims. Regarding the syllabus, for English, we have essay, précis, grammar, and for Bengali, we have translation, essay, and report writing. For law paper 1, we have constitution, CPC, transfer of property, and contract. For law paper 2, we have CRPC, IPC, evidence, and tort. You will get the detailed syllabus in the when High Court, the Honorable High Court publishes the notification. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
Sir, now please tell us about your preparation days, like your pattern of studying, how to read case laws, and any tips for preparation of prelims and mains, if you have. Please, sir.
Okay, so for Tripura, you need to specifically study some subjects. For example, in Bengali, you need to study that, you need to practice some translations, as the translation can become difficult sometimes. For English, you need to prepare grammar, because in WBS, we don't have any grammar portion. And for law, you need to pay attention to constitution part, because each one of the subjects that we don't prepare much. And for WBJS, they are only optional. The constitution paper is optional. But in Tripura, it is there in law paper 1 as a compulsory paper. In WBJS, there are 3 optional papers, and each law paper forms a separate part. But in Tripura, all the law papers are compiled in paper 1 and paper 2. Also, in the WBJS, there is descriptive part, but in Tripura, there is no descriptive. Last time we didn't have any descriptive part. And for English, as I already said, there is grammar, which is not there in WBJS. Okay, about my preparation. So first of all, I don't believe in mugging up the answer, the provisions or the sections, because first of all, you should understand the concepts and then try to recollect it in the memory itself. You can use certain ways or certain methods to remember certain things. For example, if you see law as a subject, it always follows a certain logic and pattern. For example, if you see the definition sections of CRPC and CPC, so you will notice that everything is arranged in an alphabetical order, because in CRPC, 2A is bailable offense, and after that there are 3 words: 2B, which is charge, 2C, which is cognizable offense, and 2D, which is complaint. And after that comes H, that is high court. So all of that is arranged in an alphabetical manner. In CPC, it's also the same. You have first there is code, then there is decree, then there is decree holder. All of that are arranged in an alphabetical manner. So all of them, every law subject follows a pattern. If you see in IPC, the whole chapter structure, the structure of IPC follows a certain pattern, And Macaulay himself was inspired from Bencham's Introduction to Principles of Morals and Legislation, how the chapters are categorized. So that's how you try to link everything while studying law. I think if you understand these concepts, you won't have any problems in prelims and mains. For prelims, you need to read the bare acts thoroughly, and for mains, you need to write your understanding of these concepts in your answer booklet. Also about case laws, so I think you should read it more like a story than another part of law. For example, if you see the development of law and storytelling has been always linked together. As you can see that when Lord Atkin was inspired from Bible's The Good Samaritan Principles, and he wrote that in his Dunaway versus Stevenson judgment. If you notice the judgment, he mentions the good neighbor's principle, which he was inspired from the Bible's Good Samaritan Principles. So if you try to read the facts of these cases and form a picture of this incident in your mind, you can easily write it in the example. That's how it mostly. That's how you read the case laws. You don't try to mug up these case laws, but you try to understand the facts of these cases and then apply your understanding.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful suggestion and elaborate one. Sir, my next question is, should one aspirant follow one book for each subject, or it is necessary to follow at least 2 or 3 books for each subject as reference?
I think the standard textbooks of law are enough. You don't need to follow many books. For example, in IPC you have Kedigor, in CRPC you have Mishra, in evidence you have Batuklal. So the standard books you have followed in your LLB. So what ultimately matters is your understanding of the law and how you are writing it in the example. Your understanding of these concepts. That's it.
Sir, how much originality of answers or preparing your own notes matters in scoring good marks?
I think to bring originality into answers, what matters is how much you think about the concepts. For example, if you connect one provision with another, like sir always says in the class, that will make your answer definitely different from the others, from the how the others are writing. So yeah, originality matters, but yeah, you can prepare notes and also by linking these laws and writing some original case laws, for example, the latest case laws. That's how you make your answers original.
Okay, sir. Then my next question to you is, how to prepare for English, Bengali, and GK. While studying GK, we all have faced a problem that there is a huge syllabus in GK. We really can't decipher what to write and what not to study and what to study. So, sir, please, can you give us some suggestions for that?
For English, you need to prepare grammar, as I said. For essays, you can manage it by reading English newspapers, English editorials, and English newspapers. For Bengali, you need to go through certain translations because a lot of times we don't know the exact meaning of the legal terms. For GK, there is no syllabus, but you can follow certain books like Tarun Goyal or Lucent, and you can make certain points, and so that you can recollect it during your exams. For current affairs, you can follow Civil Service Chronicles because they provide a more or less comprehensive portion of what has happened in the past year. You can get the monthly subscription. It is available online.
Now, sir, the most relevant question to you is about the final round of the examination, that is the interview. And how should one prepare for the interview, especially for a different state examination, that is Tripura? Along with all the subjects of mains, what else you prepared for, particularly for interview season?
Okay, for interview is a personality test. So you should focus on certain general aspects regarding your personality. For example, your appearance, your body language, things like that. Since it's a different state examination, you need to have some basic knowledge about the state itself and the judiciary. If you're appearing for Tripura Judiciary, so you should know certain things about Tripura Judiciary. You should also have the basic concepts of the law memorized because the honorable justices who are sitting there will ask you from there only, the basic concepts of law only. So yeah, basically that. You should prepare like that. And for the interview, you should mainly focus on, since your legal test has been already done in prelims and mains, what matters is your personality. So if you don't know any answer, Just tell them that you don't know an answer. Don't pretend that you know that answer. So just say that, sir, I can't recollect this answer at this very moment. Uh, yeah, and if you need time for recollecting such answer, you can also ask for that. There's no problem.
Okay, sir. Sir, my next question is, it is said to be successful in a profession, a lawyer should be extrovert, to be precise, vocal, and outspoken as well. Do you think a budding judicial officer should have the same criteria or characteristics to be successful in judicial profession?
I don't think you need to be vocal as the lawyers. I think a judicial officer should be a good listener, first of all. That's probably the most important quality. As Justice Waziri recently said, the process of judging requires listening to silences. So you should be able to have the understanding to listen to every party and then apply your mind to the facts of the case. So empathy, impartiality are the other two qualities of a judicial officer that a judicial officer should definitely have.
Thank you, sir. Sir, apart from being analytical, what traits of character a person should nurture to be a good judge?
Apart from being a good listener, you should also try to develop some research abilities, because when you pass a judgment, you need to go through every aspect of law, and a good research ability would help in that regard. I had the opportunity to develop some of the skills in NUJs, but yeah, you can develop that in by yourself only. Right? Develop some research abilities, so that it also will help you in your exams while writing the case laws, while linking the provisions, etc.
Sir, guidance from the guru is one of the most important aspects. So, what role does a mentor play to you?
Sir has helped me in every moment of this journey, right from day one itself, when I was unable to understand certain provisions of CRPC. I remember Sir also visited me in the hospital when I had the health problem. So as a true friend, he has always helped me in my toughest times. As a philosopher, he has imparted many life lessons. As a guide, he has motivated me and helped me with all my questions, right? Till the day of my interview when I asked certain problems regarding certain concepts. So yeah, a great mentor plays a huge role in changing your outlook on life, and that's what Sir has done for me.
Sir, suppose you are carried to the future through a time machine. How would you imagine yourself, say after 10 or 15 years in this profession? I mean, in terms of achievement or job satisfaction, sir.
I think every job has its professional hazards, its own pros and cons. That's the part of life. So yes, I think if I can help some people, the society at large, without through my service, I think that would be an incredible achievement for me. So yeah, it depends. I can't really say at this moment, but every profession has its own advantages and disadvantages. So yeah, that's it.
Sir, please give us some last tips because we are also the aspirants.
I think one should not always just read textbooks for law. What I mean by that is try to read other books related to law, that can be non-fiction, that can be legal drama, anything like that. This will help you in develop an interest in the subject itself. Also, you can watch certain movies related to law. For example, 12 Angry Men is a good movie regarding your evidence law. So yeah, try to develop an interest through other forms of media. That will also help in you. For example, you can read certain autobiographies of retired judicial officers or retired justices. That will also help you in your exams while you are writing certain essays or anything like that, or certain, for example, it will also help you with translations. For example, in Bengali translations, you don't know certain words, you don't know the exact meaning of English words. That will also help you. There's as I said before, law and storytelling are linked to each other. You can find a video of that in YouTube itself by Professor Shamnath Bashi. So yeah, remember these things, and also remember that there are many setbacks during this preparation. Uh, but there will be certain people like your friends, your family, your teachers, your mentor. All of them would be there beside you to help you during these difficult times. So just don't give up during this preparation.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today on this episode and giving us inspirations and motivations. Now, sir, that is Agarwal sir, I would like to give your insights about, I would like to request you to give your insights and views about today's episode, sir.
Sir, you mute.
Sorry. So I was muted. Anyway, so it was really a joy listening to the interaction between Sinjini and Anirban. Anirban is an epitome of positivity. I have seen him fighting many odds in life to ultimately succeed in judicial service of the Tripura state. Anirban is a great scholar of law, and I'm sure today's conversation will throw a lot of light on not only the preparation for judicial service, but also in the outlook towards life for a law student. Anirban had been a very consistent learner, not only a consistent learner, but also he can relate things very well, life with law, and the latest pronouncements of the courts he can link very fast. So this is one quality which Anirban has, which all law students should try to inculcate within themselves. I am sure today's words from Anirban, today's interaction between Anirban and Sinjini will go a long way in enlightening the paths of the aspirants for judicial service, for legal service, and other competitive examinations in law. God bless Anirban. May he always remain hale and hearty and be always in a positive frame of mind. We always pray for his good health and more success in life. Thank you. Thank you, Anirban.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Cindy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shinji.
Thank you, sir.